over here. Just setting up the camera equipment.
I hope you're ready for your first day of filming. So, we got the camera stuff, we got some stands here, but most importantly, have you ever flown a drone before? Well then, I guess there's a first time for everything. Anyway, we only have the one, so be very careful. We don't have the budget to replace it, so if you break it, you bought it. Nope, no pressure whatsoever. Now come on, we got a job to do. Whoa, are you okay? Oh, that. Well, when you jump across realities, your appearance changes in order to reflect that reality. Pretty simple stuff, really. Yeah, it can be a little strange your first few times. Now, come on. You get the camera equipment set up and the drone and all of that, and I'm gonna start on my introduction. You ready? Alright, so, now that we've wasted enough time, let's get straight into the thing that everyone does when they first start up a world, and that is grab as many materials as possible, get some wood, get some stone, basic tool set, you know how it works. So, what is the gimmick of this special little Minecraft series? Because I'm a little late to this bandwagon, as it were. Well, in this case, I'll be doing a challenge. The Minecraft Civilization Challenge by Windenbergh, which was posted in 2011. Okay, like I said, I'm a little late to this bandwagon. So, the primary goal of this challenge is to build a capital city of a selected civilization. As the title suggests, we're doing Egypt. So, from there, we build a capital city, and then we perform one primary goal and then a couple secondaries. The primary goal for Egypt is build the pyramid complex at Giza. So that being stated, that means the 3 main pyramids plus the Sphinx, probably the pyramids of the Queens, and a couple mastabas. Anything else at Giza specifically? Well, maybe the quarry and some worker housing, perhaps. But that's less important right now, because that is quite a bit far off in the future. The secondaries are, in order, build a city in a desert, which, I mean, yes, that makes sense. Egypt is a desert land that surrounds the Nile River, so, of course. And then finally, build a elaborate tomb inside one of the pyramids. Now that one's going to be a little interesting, because that means I get maybe some redstone traps. I've never worked with redstone. In fact, I've never really played too much Minecraft. I mean, I played it since beds were introduced, whatever update that was, speaking back in, like, 2010, 2011. Which is when I first heard of this challenge. But I just never really played too much. I did play on a server a couple years back, and that's a little while ago, but even then, like, still didn't play too much since that server closed down, so... Ugh. But new update, new chance, and I will admit I have attempted this challenge, specifically Egypt, once before. So I do know there's a massive desert off in like that direction that I want to go check out. However, before we get there, there's a bunch of things that need to be done. Primarily, actually, resources. There we go, and boom, boom. Any other apples? No? Okay. So, just trying to think ahead here. The primary challenge needs us to build one city, one necropolis, and then just sort of do those within a desert plus an elaborate tomb. Those are very easy. This is probably the easiest challenge of the entire lot, which is why I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm still going to follow the rules of the challenge, of course. However, call me a bit of a glutton for punishment, but I'm going to try and do something a little bit different. And that is, I'm going to try and build 3 cities, during the Old Kingdom. One represents the capital of Egypt. Now, the rules for the actual challenge itself states I have to build the city of Cairo. Problem with that is, Cairo didn't exist during ancient Egyptian time. Did that make sense? I'm not sure. Anyway, during the time period, Cairo itself did not exist. If I am correct, Cairo was actually founded by the Fatimid Caliphate in the year 969. So, quite a while after the time period, which is focusing on, like, the 2400s, 2300s, that kind of period. So, having said that, we are going to go back a bit, and we're going to build 2 cities representing Cairo. One is going to be Mennefer, or Memphis, which was the actual capital during this period. And that's... the ruins of Memphis sort of straddle the southern end of Cairo, so that makes sense, right? Like, geographic-wise, it's sort of in the same location. It makes sense. The other city would be straddling the north end of Cairo. We're going to be building Heliopolis, which was a major religious center for the cults of the Ennead, which are like Osiris, Set, Isis, various other gods of that set. There we go. So, talk about the religion of Egypt, and just as importantly, the 2 cities combined straddle the actual real-world location of Cairo. So, I figure, combined, it's sort of technically cheating, but it sort of makes sense, so I'm going with it. Let's see, any other major claims to make? Well, what about the third city? Well, the third city, I was figuring, was going to be, well, not really a city, but the necropolis of Giza. So, done. Boom. City of the Dead, plus 2 capital cities, right? Well, that still sounds a little too simple. I'm here, I'm ready to suffer, so why not go a little bit further and explore earlier into the period with maybe the foundations of Egypt by the Thinite Confederacy and the building of Abydos, Saqqara, and Thinis under Narmer and Hor-Aha. That would be interesting, I think. However, there's another problem with this. I still haven't gone deep enough. We're going a little bit farther still, and we are going to go all the way back prior to the foundation of Egypt as a single kingdom to a period where city-states ruled along the Nile, and quite frankly, it'll be a lot. We are going to be building 1 city representing Upper Egypt, one city representing Lower Egypt, separate from Upper Egypt. We are going to be building 2 cities for Lower Egypt. And this will represent the pre-dynastic or proto-dynastic period, depending on how you want to say it. And that would be the period prior to the reign of the pharaohs. So, this period, also known as the Nagata period, is sort of the foundation of what Egypt would become. So I figured start there at the very beginning of Egypt as a country, or civilization, I should say, not really a country, and then move on towards the actual big climactic pyramids towards the end of the series. So with that that stated, oh look, there's a desert in sight. Is it our desert? Spoiler alert, no. Unfortunately, like as I said, I've done this challenge before, and I found this desert here is too small. Particularly for the fact that I'm going to be building a lot. A lot. So unfortunately, this might be able to contain 2 cities, one on like far end here and far end at the other side, but ultimately I would run out of space. Also, I'd need to mine effectively this entire desert to get all the materials I'd need to actually build. And the other major problem is it's the Red Sands desert, and I want a normal classic desert with the classic sandstone and that sort of stuff, because that sort of color just looks better for the builds. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. If I'm correct, I'm actually going in the wrong direction now. I actually want to head in that direction, I believe. But oh yeah, there's the White Sands Desert. So I'd have to effectively mine out that entire thing in order to get this going, and yeah, I'd rather not do that. So we are going to instead change gears, and we are going to find a bigger desert. And I have found a bigger desert. The only problem is it is like 6 kilometers that way. If 1 block equals 1 meter, it's about 6 kilometers. So, yay. Well, with that stated, why not start with a travel montage? Hey, Nicole, you got the drone? And I literally just jump over a hill, and suddenly there's a village. Well, hey, and a jungle. Ooh. Actually, this is a perfect opportunity to actually grab some spare food. Yes. Okay, so food-wise, we're gonna want sugarcane. Less for the actual sugar and more for the actual cane, because we're gonna need to make papyrus. Let's see, what else? Ooh, is that a camel? Ooh, first camel. There we go. This is the first camel I've seen since, you know, this is the first time I'm playing since they've updated. Oh, that's cool. Look at, ow. You can ride the camels too. Cool. Okay. Well, actually, I guess, yeah, they had that all over the promos. Don't mind me, guys. Just collecting some taxes. I'll be your pharaoh soon enough. Soon enough. And if you do not allow me to collect taxes, then I shall show you the only other thing guaranteed in life. Yes, that's what I thought. Let's see. Seeds. I'll need... Yo, yes! Okay, I'm taking all these, sorry. Okay, so when I first tried doing this challenge, I was on the search for these beetroot seeds forever, and now that I found them in the first village, oh, thank God. So, food in ancient Egypt, I'll get into more next episode. Let's just say beets are going to be important. Let's see, looking around, is there any important things? I'm not going to just ransack the whole village. I'm just going to go check some buildings and be on my way. Mostly because I don't know which buildings spawn chests. And I'd rather not have to go through the entire place. Let's see. No, that one there looks like it'd probably have a chest in it. Oh, thank you for holding the door. It does not. That's embarrassing. Does any of these have chests? Alright. I know I said I wasn't going to go through all of them, but... Come on, there's got to be something around here. Are you guys all just poor? Am I just collecting taxes from the poor? That's not nice. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Your contribution has been duly noted. Let's just ransack sugar. Let's see. So, going towards this jungle a bit. Let's do stock. I got plenty of wheat, so I can make a bunch of bread. I've got some bread from the one house, emeralds, beetroot seeds, and normal seeds. And is that a melon or a cactus? That's a cactus. Never mind. Let's see. Speaking of melons... Ooh, pumpkins. Are pumpkins native to... I'll need to check that. Yeah, I won't grab any yet. But I'll definitely be grabbing this for the brown dye. Chocolate didn't actually come over to the New World. Oh, there's a melon. Yeah, chocolate didn't come over to from the New World till well after the time period we're sort of role-playing in. But that's not going to stop me from picking it up for brown dye. Let's see. Melons, though, on the other hand, definitely would have been present. So, time to figure out where the hell I'm going. Let's see. Coordinates. Let's see. That one's going down. That one's going down. That's correct. So, yeah, I want to go in that way. Well, then, I guess it's back to the travel montage. Hopefully, I actually get somewhere this time. Let us be off! While we were traveling, I thought I'd give a little background on Egypt and how to analyze history in general. I know this is considered a rather dry topic, but as someone with an arts degree... Oh. In history and anthropology, what we research and how we research it is called a paradigm. A subject like Egypt can be divided into a vast array of different and interesting topics and methods of analysis, from modern labor history to the ancient school of geographic determinism. One paradigm, therefore, informs how one chooses to study and what outcomes from their research that they emphasize. For example, I myself am fascinated by ancient Egyptian mythology and how religion and mythology interacts with society and the world of ancient Egypt, and then how it would change over time. So, for example, how does a god like Set go from a protector deity to a god of chaos and destruction back to a protector deity before ultimately becoming a Satan parallel? This is a fascinating topic that I would like to explore as we continue further along in the series. Another person, however, might not look at the mythos of Egypt, but rather how the state used religion to maintain control over the populace, or how spiritualism permeated ancient life on a scale of the average citizen to a degree that we don't really have in modern Western society. So, each episode, I hope to be able to discuss one such topic or a paradigm in general with what I hope is a fun and coherent manner. However, back to the topic of ancient Egypt itself, the land of Egypt is characterized by two primary features: the hot, dry, sand-filled desert and the regularly flooding, lush Nile River Valley. As the westernmost point of the Fertile Crescent, Egypt was simultaneously concurrent but a little bit behind the civilizations of Mesopotamia and the East. Migration due to desertification of the Sahara and the trade links between Egypt and its neighbors, Egypt expanded in population, size, and complexity during the mid to late 4th millennium BC, and would enter the pre- or proto-dynastic period. This period is speculated to be one of infighting between city-states in Upper and Lower Egypt, until Pharaoh Narmer became the first to unify the lands. His son, Horaha, and their lineage would struggle to maintain hold over the two lands, even after Pharaoh Den became the first king to wear the double crown of Egypt. The first two dynasties are considered the early dynastic period and were primarily a period of struggle and growth for the young country. It is not until Khazakimwe, hopefully I said that correctly, the last pharaoh of the second dynasty, that the struggles between Lower and Upper Egypt ceased, and it was his successor, Djoser, that we mark the beginning of the Old Kingdom, symbolized by its large, ostentatious tombs, the pyramids. So a bit of a progress update here. We've reached another village. Okay, the sun looks like it's starting to set, so I'll stop here for the evening. Hello there. Let's see, what can I scrounge up in the way of taxes? Oh, yes. Paper, empty map. Well, golem. Alright, well, there's actually not much here. Mostly just food samplings. Yeah, this is actually a really dull village, and a small one, too. Well, I mean, there's probably a little bit more up the cliff here, but... Okay, well then. I shall leave the testificates up to their lonesome selves. And I shall make bed on the docks, methinks. Boom. Afterwards, I actually recognize this place now that I think about it. If I check... Yes, okay, so we are about 2 to 3 kilometers off our final destination. This is actually really good. So we just need to go that way a bit and that way a bit. So somewhere in that direction, probably closer to there. And we are at our final destination. We are so close. Oh boy. Well, sun's setting. Let's get another day over with, and then we can be back out on the road again. So speaking of familiar villages, this is definitely one I remember, and I also remember that for a very good reason. Last time I actually passed through this exact village, got the exact shot I wanted on that tower, and then went to find the video file, and it was corrupted. This time, however, I'm interested to see what has spawned inside that tower. And, I mean, I'm lightly armored, I got a sword, what could possibly go wrong? When was the last time I set a save point? I'm sure it will be fine. There we go, just jumping on up. Or not. Boom. There we go. Any pillagers? Okay, gotta be fast. Hello! Where's the entrance? Where's the entrance? Ah, suckers. Can't find me. Ooh! These are new. These are new! Oh! Ooh, and I want this wood. Okay, buy maps, buy paper. Actually, Sing? Which one's that? Sure. Okay, what else can I afford to get rid of? Well... Okay, now the only problem is getting down. Okay. And I think I am surrounded. Poop. Okay. Okay. Well, I have a couple options. Alright, what are the odds? Okay. Let us... Okay. Okay, we are going to make a run for it. Nope. He's there too. Here we go. Bye, suckers! Oh god, they're still following. Okay. And right into the setting sun. Just like that. Suckers. Okay, as you guys can see, we are approaching land on my left side here. If I am correct, let's see. Yep, this is the right landmass. If we just continue following it up in this direction, just past this coral reef. Yep, I see dead bushes on the horizon. And cacti. There we go. This is going to be our desert. Now, then, where would be a nice... You know what? I'm going to go to the place that I landed at last time. That would be just up the coast here. Ow, 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 ow. No, please don't kill me. Please don't die. Thank you. Puffers. Right here. We have found it. This is where I originally intended to start building. Finally arrived. And there's monsters everywhere along the beach. Okay. Where's my bed? Oop, fell right off the bed. There we go. Let hellfire take you. Okay. There we go. We have arrived. I mean, the monsters are all about because this is set to hard, but there we go. This is great. Perfect, 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 and it extends for a while. I'm pretty sure like half this continent is desert. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna build the first city here, I think. I'll build another city down that way, another city down that way. Oh, it'll be perfect. But all of that will be for next time. Let me just get on top of this hill here, and then I can sign out. Oh, there's a village. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing next time, then. We'll be visiting that village and getting everything set up. I thank you guys all for joining me here on this first episode. I know it was basically one long road trip. But now that we are here, we can actually begin doing the challenge portion of this series. So with that out of the way, thank you guys all for watching. I'll catch you next time, and this has been Ognajteff, signing out. See you guys all next time.